Newberry Motors is jump-starting the new year with a synergy of savings during the New Year's celebration event. Don't delay. Stop in and test drive a new or pre-owned model and receive an additional $500 off the sales price. Test the 2022 Chrysler Pacifica. Was $44,423, now $38,423. Or Newberry Motors is jump-starting the new year with a synergy of savings during the New Year's celebration event. Don't delay. Stop in and test drive a new or pre-owned.
The things that we do. The things that we do. The things that we do as well as any place you could get it done.
Dr. Benjamin Bryant is proud of the surgery performed at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center and reminds you, if you've put off some procedures because of COVID, chances are the surgery team at Helen Newberry Joy can perform it right here close to home.
We have a very experienced team. I think that our outcomes speak for us in terms of the job that gets done.
The list of procedures available just minutes from home at Helen Newberry Joy is impressive.
Gallbladder surgery is very, very common. We fix hernias, we put ports in, we remove all sorts of other lesions. We do vasectomies here. I don't think the public really knows that.
So if you've been putting off a procedure, it's only a quick phone call away.
I recommend that if they have a primary care doctor, they keep that doctor in the loop. But all they have to do is either call their doctor's office or call my office and ask to be scheduled, and they get scheduled.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health, our passion.
Good evening and welcome inside the Hannibal Ice and Turf Complex here in Escanaba, ready for a rivalry matchup on the ice as the Manistique Emeralds come in to visit the Escanaba Eskymos. Dan Hardenbrook, Zach Klickner, glad to have you along with M123 FM and My Manistique on Facebook, streaming to your big screen on YouTube via the E.U.P Sports Network. And the long anticipated and highly sought and looked after matchup is finally here. It took an extra week with the weather, but we finally get to suit up and see the Emeralds and the Eskimos, often some of the best hockey of the season.
Yeah, looking at Escanaba's roster here, they're fairly young. That was one of the first things that stood out to us. Looks like two seniors on Escanaba's roster. And you look at ours, we got seniors sprinkled all the way down the list here.
That's right, but one point you made is although this is a young team, especially in some key spots, there's some talented players. Graham Johnson as a sophomore, and in the net tonight, one of the best in the U.P. already, a sophomore in Cully Hayes.
Yeah, Cully Hayes, he had a whale of a ball game here against us last year. I expect him to be focused and ready to go tonight. Escanaba not having the greatest season, not what we're used to seeing out of Escanaba.
No, definitely down by their standards, but they are circling this one as one of those old-fashioned get-well games for a program as they try to build momentum. I think despite their struggles, Escanaba comes in here kind of thinking they're the big brother and they're going to bully this young core that the Emeralds have to put on the ice. You mentioned the seniors sprinkled throughout. We've done a great job rotating those younger guys in. They've been getting better with bigger minutes, but I have a feeling that Escanaba is trying to look at this thing not quite in the same fashion as like a Marquette contest, but they want to come in and they want to make a statement because they still probably feel like Manistique is not a program that's on their level of Escanaba.
Yeah, absolutely. Escanaba one game below 500. And like you said, Dan, it's not up to their standards. Still halfway decent season anytime you're hanging around 500 at this point. But yeah, they're a program that's kind of pushed us around the last couple of years, and we're still looking for that first win over Escanaba.
We have been close. They brought out the best in the Emeralds, a game that we know on our side of things. The guys in the black and the green tonight are going to be fired up and definitely ready to go here in this one. It's going to start on the back end. They're going to see a lot of pressure. Alex Noble's going to see a lot of shots. Emeralds definitely have to be ready to go in this one. We will step aside here. Actually, we'll probably get the starting lineups here first. Escanaba fight song. Real quick, our Newberry Motors keys to the game and a player to watch tonight for the Emeralds.
I
right, Dan and Zach back with you as we've got our primary and internet backups. Always an adventure here in this barn. Beautiful for hockey, not always the greatest to broadcast from, so we will do our very best to bring it to you here in this one. Back with you just in time. Emeralds in the road, Blacks will go left to right here in periods 1 and 3. It'll be Walther, Dietzman, and Austin Hinkson up front with Matthew Rahali and Carson Hinkson on the back end. Alex Noble in the net. And we are underway in this rivalry matchup between the Emeralds and the Eskimos. Quick start down into the corner. Already physical. Got to expect that throughout much of this contest. Little turnover down in the far end.
As physical as it may get, Dan, we gotta play smart hockey. We can't get into penalty trouble, albeit last game was a little asterisk, but we can't get in penalty trouble early here.
We're not going to kill off 11 penalties tonight like we did in that win over Big Rapids. You mentioned in the pregame show, Escanaba comes in under 500 by a game. How important is that mark? Well, the Emeralds have just finally climbed their way back into the win column overall on the season. And, of course, these two teams will be grouped together come tournament time. Going to be important to keep momentum through the stretch run here in the second half of the regular season. Already a couple of block shots I've seen from the Emeralds. That's continued to be a positive trend for this team. Out of the zone, Escanaba misplays it here. They have not been as crisp with the puck early on in this one. Both teams still feeling their way out in the first 30 seconds. Backside wraparound here, high glass, rolling puck all the way down. They'll let it go. We'll get an icing and our first whistle. You can catch a small glimpse through the windows of the Manistique bench. Of course, John Nutkins not with the team tonight, serving his one-game sit-out after some of the stuff we saw against Big Rapids.
I believe it's 2.
Okay.
Man. That's the last I heard.
Bouncing puck comes in front. Walther, kick save. Cully Hayes comes up big again for the Eskimos. Great chance in front on the first opportunity, scoring-wise, for the Emeralds here in this one.
And that's that element that Cully's going to bring to this Escanaba team, Dan. Like we said in our pregame show, he was phenomenal against us last year. I expect big things out of that kid going forward.
Reversed around here. Rahali will push it up. Maddie works around the far side there. Just got pinched off the puck. Eskimos on their breakout. Mishandle it again. Now here they go across center ice. Great job by Manistique Emeralds flying back all 5 into the defensive zone. But it's the Eskimos who possess it in front, and Noble with the big one. And we get some pushing and shoving early on in this one. Great play by Noble. Both goalies coming up huge on loose pucks in front.
But here's the thing down here, Dan, is you were watching the puck. I was watching Alex there. Alex was trying to put the net back on.
Okay.
The net was off, and he was trying to put the net back on, and he was just spread across the pipes. And it just kind of, if that puck had any air on it to get over that leg pad, I think it would have been a goal because Alex was busy messing with the net.
Right place, right time. Emeralds early catching a break. This one knocked forward. Carter Levine works it around. That one, I believe, up and out of play in that far corner down there. Whistle comes at 13:52 to play early on in this one. Right side draw. Skeens in the circle working with Nutkins. Hinkson takes it at the blue line, lost it. Eskimos coming back the other way. Escanaba into the zone, and Noble saw it the whole way. Matty Rahali forces the man wide. Noble's able to track it and cover up that near post. Tough bounce on that puck for Hinkson. He had it not once, but twice before it hopped over and was taken away.
Yeah, it almost like it hit the
That one is a little warm. Bouncer.
the kick plate on the bottom.
Yeah.
It took a funny bounce.
Draw one here by the Emeralds. Hinkson quickly moves it all the way around. Up for Noble. Nice move by Noble. And then he'll send it back in. Nothing wrong with that. Emeralds staying out of trouble. Escanaba trying to clamp down here in the Emerald defensive zone. Play out here. It's a race. All the way down. Escanaba wins it. Circles back. They'll clear it into the offensive end on their own side. Wrap around here. Shot deflected in front. Good job fighting off that traffic. Icing going to come here. This is too far out in front of Audie to get a piece of. And back in to the defensive zone.
And it's a pass I don't think Audie even knew was coming.
I think he's headed bench probably and then tried to bail back, and that cost him a couple of steps.
I think so too.
Another face-off, one in the defensive end. That's going to be huge if we can continue that. Centering pass wide there. Pressure put on. Cade Schrader out there back in the lineup after fighting through that shoulder injury. Full range of motion. Still not fully 100%, but you know this is a game guys don't want to miss.
No, it's just one of them games.
Yeah.
These kids have been competing against each other for
Ever.
Since the beginning of time.
Some of them even have shared teams on travel and off-season tournaments.
I mean, for the Newberry fans, this is the way I look at it. Escanaba is Manistique Sioux.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
just
great
what it
way to
is.
put it. The much larger school, the established program. They always feel like they're the favorites, and truth be told, on paper, they probably should be. But it makes the win, as you know, playing in that rivalry, that much sweeter. Deflected here, and they'll call it. Skeens just on the wrong side of the center ice mark there.
Man, we're so close to hitting that stretch pass, Dan.
It's there. It is there. I'll use a baseball term. It's like we're coming to the second trip through the order here. We're starting to get our timing down. And if we hit that, we're going to get a good look out of it.
Yeah.
Nice little scrum here with Walter at the blue line.
It's already been a fantastic look. We just got to connect now.
This one comes out here, but taken away from Berger. Shot, stick save, Noble. That one fired in wide. Seeing a lot of bouncing pucks. That's something we're going to have to keep an eye on, too. On a night where it's warmer in the building than it is outside. Hand pass here.
That's what we got,
Yep.
man.
Going to the offensive end. Another break for the Emeralds.
I didn't think that was quite a hand pass, but we'll take it. Kind of had the body in between me and the puck there, so I didn't quite exactly see what happened.
Draw here to the left. Looks like Dietzman in the circle. Got Noble to his right on the inside. Austin Hinkson to the left. And a defensive end draw won by the Emeralds. That one played through. Sent right back in. Down in the corner where the one spot we can't see. Oh, had a chance in front. Couldn't get a second guy. Pushing out here. Nice job, Rahali and Hinkson. One man steer the body, one man go get the puck. Now Audie trying to make his moves. He'll work his way. Right side. Dietzman, good play. We are doing a great job getting
There's
back.
that pass, Dan.
Hinkson triple teamed. Bodied off the puck, but continues the chase. Hinkson, neutral zone, picks it up here. Fires it back down as he had guys going for a change. Now Escanaba breaks it out. Their best chance, 3-on-2 into the zone. Broken up by McEvers. Slap shot blocked. It's Skeens off to the races. Cameron Skeens shot and a big save. Hayes, Gavin Nutkins and Skeens on that breakout.
Nice little heads-up pass there from Gav, too, Dan. He knew Skeens had the full head of steam. He just kind of laid it out there for him and let him take it the distance.
We've hit that pass now 2 times in a row. Down in the corner, McEvers bats it away. Gavin Nutkins, another backhand out. Cade Schrader got caught coming the wrong way. He'll bail back. Into the corner again. One man takes the body, one man takes the puck. I like what we're doing defensively. Oh, big hit there. Cleared back out of the zone.
Carson did what he had to do there, though.
Yep.
He got the puck out of the zone. We got a change.
Centered in front, side of the cage, no real threat. McEvers is getting beat up, but he's standing his ground. High breakout here, bouncer off the wall to Berger. AJ stops, looks for help, fires in, and Hayes will secure it off the stick. Good couple of shifts there during the changes as well.
And I like that shot, Dan, because you got Levine coming. He's there for the rebound. The last.
Oh, shot, save, rebound high. Escanaba won the draw and then just let it sit in the circle, and the Emeralds went on the attack. Puck side of the net. Walther works in behind, tries to get it back to Levine. Levine trying to switch hands, gets triple teamed and taken away. Great start here by the Emeralds, I think you'd have to say. Inside, Levine. Poked away, stolen. McEvers breaks it up again. Plenty of guys back. Rahali with the block. 4th block shot by my count for the Emeralds already here in the first. Now a turnover, though. Cross pass. Broken up. McEvers again. You mentioned the defense was going to be huge. They have. Hinkson gets free. Back and score! Well, we were due. And we break through. Austin Hinkson goes forehand to backhand and beats Hayes. And it's 1-0 Emeralds.
And
with 8:05 to go in the first.
And here's the thing, Dan. That's unassisted.
Yep. But it starts on the back end.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We had good defensive pressure to force that kind of just a slow pass, and it gave Audie enough time to jump it. And as Paul Harvey once said, that's the rest of the story.
That's deflected up, netting just above the glass. So with 8:05 to go in the first, Hinkson puts them on the board. And you could see how fired up the Emeralds were on that one.
Yeah, that was a team celebration. That wasn't a line celebration. Another defensive zone win. And here goes Nutkins. Nutkins got Skeens.
2-on-1. In, fired wide. Escanaba working their way through. Want the answer. Backhand Noble saves it. Batted away and then played forward. Caught a skate. Gavin Nutkins behind him. Didn't see it, and a penalty coming. Gavin's going to go here.
They're calling an elbow. Pretty
We've seen worse in this matchup.
Yeah. But I got to believe they're going to try and keep a handle on this.
We're going to reset here, back down to the other end. Power play here for the Eskimos. It's the first Lady Killers Pest Control penalty kill, which had a record-setting day against Big Rapids a couple weekends ago.
Yeah, you're not going to have many days like that out of your penalty kill. More importantly, because you're not going to have many days like
you
that.
shouldn't
with 14
have to.
penalties.
I would say the average is probably 3 to 4 a game.
If I had to guess.
We had that consecutively at times.
I would even lean more
11 overall with 3 other offsetting penalties plus 1 that wasn't assessed with the ejection. That was the long one. That was a double whammy.
Yeah, I mean, we killed like
3 straight minors, 2 minutes, and then a 5-on-3 that lasted almost 4.
Yeah.
So it was the equivalent of about 16 penalties. Lady Killers Pest Control penalty kill comes 6:20 to go in the period, 1 minute left. And Escanaba's man advantage. No real big threat here. They come short side. Noble tucks it away. Rahali clears it out. Eskimos go play chase. 6:05 and 45.
Got a change in for the Emeralds.
Backhand. Never got through. Taken away again. Cleared out of the zone. Great job on the Lady Killers Pest Control penalty kill. Puck's down behind an Escanaba player. Hinkson moves through, got tangled up there. 12 seconds left. Shot sent in, deflected wide. They'll play to the corner.
You think Audie's fired up, Dan?
I think a little bit. Well, he had such a great start to the season and then just couldn't catch a break for a few games. Another block shot by Hinkson, and he sends a man packing. Cale Carter just got reclined on our first bone-crunching hit of the game from Moline Chiropractic. Even strength, 5:04 to play. Opening period with the Emeralds on top, 1-0. Oh, what a move. Nice play there, but again, our transition back really from center line to blue line is phenomenal. We are taking odd man rushes and flipping them around, and it's everybody getting back.
And a lot of that one right there, Dan, was Carson kind of set down right there.
Oh, bouncer for Skeens. Short side save. Boy, Cameron Skeens, he needs one after this first period. Another great look.
Coley is giving up some rebounds tonight too, Dan. I think that's something that we can take advantage of.
That one sticked away by Noble. Nice fight in the corner. Chopped away. Good play by Berger. McEvers, right spot, right time, 95 to 99% of the time. And he'll take this one away. Under 4 to go in the period, a whistle. As I looked up at the scoreboard, I missed it. Net came off.
I believe it.
I just saw Noble pulling back. Yep, he's going to check it.
I think McEvers fell into the net there.
Defensive end face-off. Guess what? Emeralds win it again.
That's something we should have kept track of, Dan.
And Doing it with another shot deficit. We don't outshoot many teams. But again, and you spend a lot of time talking with Coach Nutkins, we've mentioned quality versus quantity on our scoring chances.
I'll take quality shots any day of the week, Dan.
Draw here down to our left.
Wow.
We're just dominant at the dot right now.
I mean, they just let us do whatever we wanted with that puck right there, Dan.
It's the equivalent of starting every quarter with the football.
Yeah.
Anytime you get to play offense first and you have the lead, that's awesome. Berger moves it in, take it away. As we lose you in the beam, they're playing down in that far corner. Now right below us here in the balcony. Like the adjustments I'm hearing too from the bench down to our left. Coach Rahali just said, hey, look, we know what they're trying to do.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen
Let's
it. Now
not give it up.
Yeah, we've seen it. Let's adjust now.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Ball poked forward. Here's a chance. Shot by Carter. Off the post. Oh, off of Noble's glove. It ramps up. It catches the post. And it goes in. And the series of odd and unfortunate bounces goes back against the Emeralds again. They may not all be clean, but they all count the same. Escanaba, in a period where I would say the Emeralds have outplayed them, have tied it up at 1 with 2:20 to go here in the first. Got to bounce back. Can't hang the heads. Can't be deflated. It's the first time we got caught out of position all game.
You know, there's a silver lining on every cloud, Dan. What I was impressed with there was, I believe it was Levine and Gavin. I mean,
we almost got back.
Yeah, they were down deep in the zone when that turnover at the blue line happened.
I don't even know if Carter wanted that shot.
And
I think that he wanted to hold it and make another move and couldn't. And he just kind of flipped it.
Yeah. Well, I want to say Gavin was about a half a stride away from stick lifting.
And that was, I mean, he had a blue line to blue line head start.
And if my ears deceive me, or if they don't deceive me, I almost wonder if we got a piece of that.
We might have. It took a funny bounce. Maybe it could be. Maybe that wasn't off of Noble's glove, but off of a stick. It jumped up over the top of the arm and barely catches the post. That's that old Gordon Bombay quarter of an inch thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Quarter of an inch the other way. You miss completely.
Dietzman will tell you all about that.
Sent to an ice level. Noble. Look at McEvers. He's the McEvers playing enforcer there on the scrum. Looks over at Keegan Braun and goes, "Get out. Just get out." Draw here with 1:19 to play in a period where we're tied at 1. Shot there goes wide. That one moved in. Noble there the whole way. When he's tracking it, he's all over it.
That was all chest pad on that one, Dan. Another defensive zone win. Cycled around. Schrader back to Rahali. Rahali trying to cycle it around behind his net.
Oh, backhand in front, crossbar, and then sailed high. That one was on its way to Gladstone. Off the crossbar on the first shot for the Eskimos.
And it was square. I think half of our defensemen there, Dan, wanted a slash on Alex on a frozen puck. .32 seconds left. Cyclodrome Skeens. Skeens looking for the stretch pass. Oh, almost made it past Nolan Bink. Long shot, knocked down by Raholly.
Broken up here. Good job there on the pinch. Knocked forward. Skeens has had a great period and a couple of good chances. He'll look to create another one here. Skeens into the zone. Pulls back, shot block, got the rebound. Taken away again. Buzzer. Noble the save at the horn. And the first period is complete here at the Hannibal Ice and Turf Complex. 1-1 your score as we go to our French Trucking intermission report. Overall thoughts there on that first 17 minutes of play?
Well, this is where we thought it would be. Escanaba's record is no indication of their talent. That's the first thing I will say. After watching one period of their play, they are a scrappy team. They hustle, they hit. Shots on goal. There's a prime example of what kind of team Escanaba is. They almost double us up.
Quality versus quantity there.
15-8 in favor of Escanaba.
8. We will step aside. Coming up, I'll have your Newberry News stat recap with the numbers from the first period of play and words from the Michigan High School Athletic Association. It's the Emeralds 1 and the Eskimos 1 from Escanaba with M123 FM, my Manistique, and the E.U.P. Sports Network.
Did you know the Newberry News has a print shop? They print business cards, brochures, invitations, window flyers, gift certificates, business envelopes, and so much more. Get all your printing needs done right here at home. For fast service and affordable pricing, call 906-293-8401 and see what the Newberry News print shop can do for you.
Back here in Escanaba, taking a look at your first period numbers in this rivalry matchup. Overall, as Zach told you there, shots on goal in favor of Escanaba by a total of 15-8. The Emeralds goal comes unassisted midway through the period, 8:05 to play. Austin Hinkson puts the Emeralds on top 1-0. Cale Carter with the response for the Eskimos. 2:20 to play in the first period to make it 1 apiece here at the intermission. Special teams, always a key factor. No power plays from the Zephyr Fuel power play in the first, but the Lady Killers Pest Control penalty kill keeps on cruising. They are 1 for 1. We step aside here at intermission from Escanaba. It is Emeralds Hockey with M123 FM.
Just like our area sports programs, the team at French Trucking knows a thing or two about going the extra mile to get the job done. French Trucking in Newberry has been a longtime supporter of local kids and the community, cheering them on every step of the journey. They know that championship teams need a championship effort, so French Trucking reminds you that when things get tough, just keep on trucking. From our team to yours, French Trucking wishes area athletes a safe and successful season, and best of luck to the area teams taking the ice. French Trucking, Newberry, Michigan.
Coaching records continue to fall, this time on the ice, and some good news when it comes to the number of registered officials. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid. No one has coached more Michigan high school hockey teams to victory than Doug Toller. The head coach of the Genesee Generals won his 630th game during the winter break, topping the previous high of 629 set by Trenton's Mike Turner. Toller started his career in 1979 at Flint Northern. He then coached at Grand Blanc for 10 years before moving to Davison in 1992. Davison is the primary school of a four-school co-op named the Genesee Generals. Flushing, Goodrich, and Swartz Creek are the other schools.
I'm probably the most fortunate hockey coach in the world to have had so many great young men. It's really all about them. They've just put me in a position, I guess, to be here and reap the benefit. But I have to give them a lot of credit for everything that they've done. I love being on the ice and working with the kids and trying to get them to kind of understand the game a little bit better and become better players. And it's also about being better people too, you know, having respect and all the life lessons that go with it.
That was Toller speaking with Miriam Bingham of ABC 12 Sports after the record-breaking victory. Genesee will have another 10 games in the regular season to add to Toller's win total before starting regional play in late February. To see all of the MHSAA's ice hockey records, individual, team, coaching, and playoff, be sure to check out MHSAA.com and click on Ice Hockey. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Arthur Hill Jr. wrestler Michael Baldwin. He captured the Saginaw County Wrestling Invitational title at 165 pounds, the last county wrestling title for Arthur Hill before they merge with Saginaw High next school year. Hancock senior hockey player Sam Roberts, he tallied the winner in a 3-2 victory over the Capital City Capitals. It was Roberts' second goal of the year. And a Monroe St. Mary Catholic Central wrestler Mary Alice Lynch. She recorded her 100th win on the mat with a victory in the SMCC Girls Wrestling Tournament.
For high school seniors, the matchup of the year isn't on the field. It's actually online. That's right. When you fill out the FAFSA, you know, the free application for federal student aid, you could also be eligible for thousands of dollars in additional money from the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Yep, nearly 80% of students who fill out the FAFSA may be eligible. Now that's a matchup we can all root for. Get started today at michigan.gov/achievement. The Michigan Achievement Scholarship. It's a game changer.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with the MHSAA's Director of Officiating Services, Sam Davis.
If a basketball team has a good post player, you'll usually hear the opposing crowd call for 3 seconds. But what is 3 seconds and when should it be called? A 3-second violation occurs when a player is in the lane for more than 3 seconds, but it's not always that easy. First, a player can leave the lane and then reestablish position, resetting the 3-second clock. To establish position outside the lane, the player must have both feet on the playing surface outside of the lane. It won't reset the count if one foot is outside the lane and the other foot is in the air. Also, during a throw-in or while dribbling, attempting a shot or rebounding, there is no 3-second count. The count does not start again until the offense has control of the ball in the front court.
Thanks, Sam. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, go to the MHSAA website now to register. Sticking with officiating, for the 3rd year in a row, the number of registered officials in Michigan is up, slightly. And while any increase is good news, it still comes after 9 straight years of decline. So while the recent trend is encouraging, there's still a ways to go as a lack of officials puts extra strain on current officials. To help recruit and retain officials, the MHSAA has provided membership in the National Association of Sports Officials. Membership gives officials expanded insurance coverages, access to professional services and development, and a subscription to an MHSAA-focused referee magazine. But there's still a need for more. If you're interested, go to MHSAA.com and click on Officials for more information. Because without officials, it's just practice. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross, and we'll be back next week.
The Ride Right Safety Campaign originated in Luce County, Michigan. It is an effort to bring all entities that support safe snowmobiling together under one banner with a united safety message. As part of our Ride Right Safety Campaign, we're rolling out a Lead Right initiative. Leading right involves thinking about the additional responsibilities that a lead rider in a group of snowmobiles has.
Hi, I'm Ron Yesney. I'm the Upper Peninsula Trails Coordinator for the Michigan DNR. I'm here today to talk about the importance of riding right and leading right. As a lead rider, you have to be super cognizant of who you're riding with. If it's a group of friends that have a lot of riding experience, you can ride a little bit differently. But if you have novice riders, new riders, young riders, family members that don't have the experience, there is extra precautions that need to take place.
Over the past few winters, we've seen numerous serious injury and fatal crashes where novice riders were trying to keep up with more experienced lead riders.
And sometimes it's the novice rider behind them that can be injured or killed. Especially important to have a pre-ride meeting. Meet with those that are going to be on your ride. Go over some tips with them. Let them know where you're headed, where you're going to be stopping, what type of ride to expect. Also, place your most novice rider directly behind the key rider and keep those novice riders in the middle. Have a sweep. Have an experienced rider at the tail of your group so that you can keep the novice riders in between. Industry standards around 6 or 7 people. If you have more people than 6 or 7 people in a group, it's a good idea to break up into separate groups and have different lead riders and have different sweeps. That way you're not trying to, as a lead rider, keep track of too many riders, and that can become dangerous in and of itself. One very important part of being a lead rider is stopping at all intersections. That means stop signs and yield signs. And the important part about stopping at those intersections is checking on your riders. One important thing to have as a lead rider are mirrors. Mirrors are important because as you ride, you can check on the riders behind you without having to mechanically turn around and take your own vision off the trail. The other thing is at all intersections, stop. Take the time to look, turn around, give folks the thumbs up. If somebody behind you is struggling, they've got a cold hand, a fogged up helmet, they have to use the bathroom, then that gives them a chance to say, hey, no, wait a minute, I need to stop for a second. So give the thumbs up and give those other riders a chance to give you a thumbs up as well. And then head off and go to the next intersection. Don't compliment or criticize riders for being able to keep up. Now, you might think it's a good idea to say, oh, well, I'm just so proud of Jamie for being able to keep up, or Jamie just can't keep up, and it's really screwing up a ride. Try to avoid that type of language around folks because that puts pressure on them to ride above and beyond their ability levels. Think about being a lead rider. Sometimes the excitement and adrenaline can kick in, and pretty soon you're going faster than you think you are. So keep that in mind. Moderate your speed. Keep an eye on the people behind you. Keep an eye on those novice riders, and just ride right.
Speed is a leading cause of serious snowmobile rider injury and death.
So keep in mind to ride at safe speed at all times. Always stay on the right-hand side of the trail. Always be ready for obstacles, groomers on the trail, trees that have fallen, things like that. Always ride sober. And then lastly, make sure you ride home safely to your family and friends.
Riding right means leading right.
All right, Dan Hardenbrook, Zach Klickner back with you. Hannibal Ice and Turf Complex, 1-1 as we get ready to start the second period of play. The Emeralds and the Road Blacks will be going right to left here. Strong first period. What we hope can get back some momentum after jumping out in front and giving up the game-tying goal late. Both teams trying to find possession here in the opening seconds. That one sent in behind. Dietzman works in front. Walther Puck comes back. Rahali, friendly fire. Caught the stick of Dietzman there. Rattles around. Hinkson sends one in that Hayes has to move at the last second for.
You know, I don't mind those long shots through traffic, Dan.
Take a chance every now and then.
Yeah.
Make them have to defend it.
You
Good
know,
shift. You can hear it.
we get just a little piece of that. Maybe that's a redirect goal. You know, we've seen enough of them against us this year.
First game in 10 days for the Emeralds. Escanaba did play. They were already ahead of the Storm going to Traverse City this weekend. Stayed tight down there, did win a couple of games, as the Emeralds were canceled not once, but twice. That one blocked again. Block shots and those defensive zone faceoffs been huge for the Emeralds. They'll come in wide. That one covered up. Not a bad look there. Again, Levine is hunting down that rebound.
I like the idea, Dan. We've seen Hayes give up a number of rebounds that just kind of laid in the slot, just kind of skittered off to the side a little bit. A couple lazy rebounds. So I'd like to see us put a couple of them home.
After it here, down right in front of the Emeralds bench. Nutkins takes it away. McEvers holds another play at the blue line. He's had a great game. In front, bouncing puck. Nobody can find it. A lot of skates and a lot of sticks in that scrum. Eskimos dig it out. Pass went off the back of the net. Played here. Gets over the stick that time. Good job, Carson Hinkson. He's back and has help. Goes all the way to the back corner. Now sent up. A little bit of room for Levine. Got it chopped away and then just backhands it into safe spot. Steve Hinkson wanted a penalty on the stick hold. Referee in the corner down to our left had already turned to track the puck. Oh, crossbar again. Noble didn't see it, but he certainly heard it. Second crossbar. Plus one off the post that gave the Eskimos a goal. Here's McEvers. Backhand out. Played, should be an icing here. Rolling puck, look back, hands in the air, and there's the whistle. 14-16 to go. Emeralds continue the road trip. One of their final long weekends. Muskegon Mona Shores Friday night, Grand Rapids Christian on Saturday. We'll have the call for you there. Quick shot off the draw. And a rematch of games from last year, Zach. That was kind of our breakout moment that put the program, I think, on the map at a greater statewide level.
I agree. You know, we played Mona Shores up in the Sioux and
beat them. Still, I'll say it to this day.
Yeah. If we go to overtime instead of a shootout, we win that game 9 times out of 10. I'm a firm believer.
Came back with a great performance against Grand Rapids Christian. Everybody went, whoa. These new guys are pretty good. Hopefully we can carry this recent win streak into that trip Friday and Saturday night. Seen a little bit more puck possession here from the Emeralds. Trying to hold it and create instead of the long stretch passes we saw him try in the first. Oh!
No.
Oh, Carson Hinkson is going to get called for that one. That is, I'm going to amend the rules. That should be the Moline Chiropractic bone-crunching hit of the game. Remember it, 13:08 to go in the second. But Hinkson gets called for the penalty. And it's back on the man advantage for the Eskimos. What do you think they're seeing there? What are they saying they see there?
Gavin McEvers were just talking to the line judge that made the call.
The two assistants.
I'm really curious to know what explanation Gav got, because he was pretty competent with it.
Shot, save. Two minutes for roughing.
Yeah, again, I didn't see anything there, Dan, that
just an open ice hit.
Unless
wasn't away from the play.
Unless he left his feet. That's about the only thing I could see.
Shot here, Noble, save. Rebound, grabbed by Rahali, flipped out of the zone. And we got a man on the break here. Gavin Nutkins is going to win the race to this one. Forced Escanaba to play it. This has been a hard-working effort again. Guys like Nutkins and Skeens, McEvers flipped off the board. What a play, but took an extra spin on Skeens when it came back down.
And you know, if Skeens gets that
he down. Save. Escanaba fans are oohing and on. That might have caught iron again.
That was all iron. It hit the crossbar and went straight down. Oh, big hold on Dietz, no call.
Yep. Offensive end here. That's up off the rafters. Not a play.
And that one landed in Thompson. That was an absolute rocket off the roof.
36 seconds left in the Lady Killers Pest Control penalty kill. Good thing we're not playing three post and they only count if you're going in.
Ooh.
Two crossbars and a post that are no good. One off the post and in for the Eskimos. Draw here is one back. Shot from the point. Quick little wrister. Saved by Noble. Comes back to the corner down to our right. We'll skip pass here. Down to the circle. Back high slot. Rebound whiffed. And then the second shot gave Noble time to get down. And he makes the save. Dietzman takes it away. 10 seconds on the man advantage. Rahali sends one line drive to center field. Gloved by Hayes. Kills off the penalty. Hinkson back in. He'll immediately join the play. Penalty kill is now 2 for 2 on the night. Oh, big hit there.
That's got to be boarding.
Fans can't believe it.
That's got to be a hold or boarding.
And gloved on another one, fired in on Hayes. No call with 10:44 to go. Shot advantage up to 19-10 in favor of the Eskimos, but that's not unfamiliar territory. And did they get him late?
They're going to get him for a rough.
Got him late. First time on the Zephyr Fuel power play tonight for that one sent in, blocked up. Eskimo shorthanded. First time with the man advantage for Manistique tonight. They will work it around. They will play it out. They'll move it up for Skeens. Skeens drops it back. Has Nutkins. Gav tried to make a move. He gets hugged. And sent back down. Noble comes out to play it. 10-10 in the period. Under a minute and a half now in the man advantage. Zephyr Fuel power play. See what the Emeralds come up with here. I don't think that's what they want, but they still get a play on it. Even the Emeralds are screaming, what are they doing? Turnover. Poked away. Escanaba will skate it back as it came out of the zone. And then dump it in. That one on target. Noble had to throw up a blocker save at the last second. Escanaba not given much room. I think there's some confusion here.
Emeralds
we were calling for a change, and only one guy got off. Sent all the way down. Noble sent off. Played up to Levine, 30 seconds. We have yet to get a good look here. All the way down. Back here, Rahali makes a move. Top of the circle, great feed, but Walther couldn't get it to sit. And then out of the zone. That's going to be a killer. Maybe another chance. Rahali moves it along. Walther, backhand, broken up, even strength. Now we got to regroup. We're still on the man and still don't have the man advantage, but we're in the offensive end here. Fight at the blue line right below us. Dietzman. Oh, man. Big shot from Dietz.
Again, another one of them hits where
Nolan Bink shaking his head a little bit.
I think he thought he was going to bull Dietz around a little bit there.
Skipped across as Schrader and Hinkson were coming off the bench. Stolen. Rahali gets back, makes a play. Emeralds turn it around. It's 3-on-3 across center ice. Hinkson blocked wide. Sent all the way down. 7:49 to go with the whistle.
You know, I think our defensive pairing on our power play was out there when that last penalty happened, Dan. So I think, you know, we might have been just a touch out of gas there.
The penalty call came way late, too. It just seemed like we never got everybody on the same page. Skeens breaks one up here. Hinkson taken away, gets spun around, turnover. Chance for the Eskimos. They'll drop it back. Blue line, shot wide. Been a quick moving period. Down to 7:20 to play. Sitting puck wide of everything. Hinkson tries to play it out. Eskimos zigzagging it back and forth, side to side. Comes back in front, and Noble says, enough of this nonsense. I'm covering it up.
Really good puck movement there by the Eskimos, Dan.
Make a guy go cross-eyed.
We got to, and this is something we did a fantastic job, I think, against Big Rapids, is taking away that slot pass. Taking away that pass across the slot. And I think we just seen it about 4 or 5 times there.
Puck moved out here. Oh, Dietzman fell down, and of course that's right where the puck's got to go. Eskimos hold it in as we go under 7 to play, past the midway point here in this period, with neither team breaking that 1-1 tie. Now we go back to the board pass game here. Icing going to be the whistle. Berger wins this one. Back to the draw. Bouncing puck comes in on Noble. Oh, my goodness. That'll make your heart skip a beat. Down here. Another skip a pass. Escanaba's trying to stretch us in our own zone. Here's a chance. Move it here. Walther. Digs it out. Levine. Levine looks. Levine tries to go through 3. Broken up there, pushed back. Rahali looks, surveys, sends it in. We're not getting deep into the zone off the puck like we were earlier. Offside's coming as McEvers was going one way. I don't think he saw the puck get turned back around. Timing just a touch off here in the second.
Just a bit.
5:56 to go in the period. As we have been just about the whole way, doubled up shots on goal, 20-10, favor of the Eskimos. Oh, Schrader takes a shot. Good to see him bounce back up, though, coming back off that injury.
That'll do a lot for Cade's confidence too, getting that first big hit out of the way.
Yeah, he's no contact. Skated to play. This is the first time. I'm not even sure how much practice time he's had. Shot up. Oh, man, Nutkins had a chance at it. Couldn't time the bounce. Good shot in there. I can't see who was down below, right below us at the corner of the blue line that sent that thing in. Steve Hinkson is not happy on the bench. Coach Hinkson, Coach Rahali.
Well,
Coach Evink on the bench tonight.
Our defense was way deep in the zone there. I got to believe that's what he was not real happy about. Luckily, we had a couple of forwards get back, bail some water, kept the ship afloat there a little bit.
Icing will send us back down to the other end.
Still 20-11, the shot differential, Dan.
Nope. 4:49 as we resume play here, defensive end. Carter will bring it behind for the Eskimos. He's got their goal. Oh, a little trouble down in the corner. Audie kind of doing the old Fred Flintstone. The feet are going, but the body's not moving. They bring it out here. Noble, who's been getting more and more comfortable. Flipped up high. Oh, here we go, down in. It's too far in front. Noble will cover it up. Escanaba trying to take a page out of our book. The waft pass.
The old hockey Hail Mary.
Yeah.
I was just kind of keeping an eye on Noble there. There's a number of people checking on him there. He looks no worse for the wear.
Draw one back here. Shot, kick, save up into the net. Booted that one.
That almost went in a coffee cup over there, Dan.
Yeah, almost caught the gap.
Well, where it went through the net, there's a gentleman wearing an orange hat over there. He's got a cup of coffee in his right hand, and I think it just missed the coffee.
No free refills, though. Sent out as the Emeralds continue to try and push. Tied at 1. And another matchup between these two teams that looks like it's going the distance. Remember that classic at home 2 years ago?
Yeah, what were we down? 3 goals at the start of the third?
Yeah. Came back to tie it in the final seconds.
Yeah, pulled our goalie. Tied it with the extra attacker.
Noble the save there. Don't fall over when I say this, but the referees have done a pretty good job tonight. As far as, I think before the game, they laid down the law and said, we're not taking anything after the puck. After the whistle.
And
because it's been pretty clean post whistle.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
We it hasn't been real scrappy after the whistle.
Now that I said that, I feel like I got one in the bank to complain later. Save there on a quick shot by Skeens, who's tried just about everything here. Had 4 or 5 really good looks in this game. He's played up close. He's attacked on the long pass. He's tried the shot. He's faked a pass and shot. McEvers sends it in behind here for Schrader. Schrader digs it out. Played up. Poked away. Stolen away. Rahali decides to play his position. Got around. Played back to the point. Almost jumped.
Good little play there by Cade. He's getting a little more comfortable.
I think that hit, like you said, I think he's kind of relaxed after that.
Yeah. Nice little hip check there from the stripes.
Oh, well, there you go. I shouldn't have said anything. Because on the next dead whistle, Rahali gets a two-hand shot to the face.
And he's going.
Who's going? 14. Carter, the goal scorer, who goes by Coach Johnson, throws his hands up and goes, well, what did I do?
I mean, that was...
Man advantage coming, and we move to the offensive end. I don't think that was quick. That wasn't even necessarily post-whistle. That was a guy coming in. It was a two-hand shot to the head that you have to call.
Johnson, the player, is getting an explanation at the blue line, and I don't know what more you have to explain.
Zephyr Fuel power play 0 for 1 on the night. Emerald's going to try and regain that lead. Good centering pass for Dietzman. Broken up, comes back, Carson Hinkson. Carson's entry in, broken up, but he takes it back to the blue line, moves it forward to Audie. He gets it stolen away. Back out of the zone. 2:08 to play here in the second. Oh, they had it set up, coming around looking for Dietzman, broken up again. Now stolen, played off the board. Eskimos are 2-on-none. They'll go back and forth. Noble, what a save! Spectacular kick save, followed the back and forth. No shorty for Escanaba, and it's back to work on the Zephyr Fuel power play. And again, trouble with the transfer at the blue line and up and out of play, up, I believe, into the scorekeeper's area.
I think it hit the stanchion and went into the bench.
Center ice. No, they're going to go right here below us. Neutral zone draw. 134 in the period, 104 on the man advantage. Levine face off with Vrjink, Rahali, Berger, and Blake Walther. It'll be Blake taking it here center ice. Walther looks, drops it back to Rahali. Rahali, backhand, another pass, broken up. Now moved over. Vrjink will look. Levi will move in, far corner. Looking for help. Walther couldn't quite get there. He wanted Rahali. Matty backhand save. Rebound batted away back to the corner. And puck will be sent down on target. Noble plays it with a stick. Berger in behind. Draws one Eskimo. Starts the breakout. 20 seconds on the man advantage. Rahali looking. Sends it across. Intercepted. He had Levine at that far post. Eskimos back the other way. Noble saves and hangs on. 6 seconds on the power play. 35.9 in the period.
One thing that we're not really used to seeing, Dan, is I don't want to say lack of productivity on our power play, but I guess lack of shots. Normally we get a couple. I don't know that we got one.
Oh, Skeens almost made it happen. Again, trying to move right to left. Cully Hayes barely got a piece of it. Shot there high and into the net. Even strength. Power play falls to 0-2 in the period. 12.4 to go here, and the Emeralds pinned in their own zone. Just want to get out of here with a tie game and come back to the deciding third period. Although, with our success on the draws, which we take another one there and we just play it to the corner, thought maybe we break it out. Shot here through traffic. Noble off the tip of the glove, floats over the net, and that'll do it. Well, we knew neither team would run away with this one. We are in a stalemate through 2 periods of play here from the Hannahville Ice and Turf Complex 1-1 as we go to the third and final period.
And now they are officially doubling us up on the shot count. 28-14, your shots on net.
Yeah. Starting to get a little bit physical. Emeralds have tried some different things. We'll see what plan of attack they come out with in the next period. We'll step aside. Second intermission with your Newberry News stat recap and much more. It's M123 FM, my Manistique, and the E.U.P. Sports Network.
January is National Volunteer Blood Donor Month. Hospitals across the U.P. have an urgent need for blood donations as demand continues to outpace blood supplies. So why should you give blood? Donating blood can save lives. Blood transfusions are crucial in various medical treatments, surgeries, and emergency situations. Donating, you actively support your community's health and well-being. Your donation may directly impact the lives of friends, family members, or neighbors. Regular blood donation can reduce the risk of certain health issues, such as cardiovascular diseases, by promoting the production of new blood cells. The Upper Peninsula Regional Blood Center is the sole provider of blood and plasma to 13 hospitals across the UP, including Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. If you're interested in donating, call 1-800-491-4483 or visit hnjh.org for more information.
Just like our area sports programs, the team at French Trucking knows a thing or two about going the extra mile to get the job done. French Trucking in Newberry has been a longtime supporter of local kids and the community, cheering them on every step of the journey. They know that championship teams need a championship effort, so French Trucking reminds you that when things get tough, just keep on trucking. From our team to yours, French Trucking wishes area athletes a safe and successful season, and best of luck to the area teams taking the ice. French Trucking, Newberry, Michigan.
All right, back here in Escanaba, your Newberry News stat recap. Here's where we stand through 2 periods of play. Shots on goal in the second period. Escanaba with a 13-6 advantage. Overall, 28 for the game. They go 15 in the first, 13 in the second. Emeralds had 6 shots on goal in the second period. Game total of 14, 8 in the first, 6 in the second. No scoring in the second period. Emerald's goal came back in the first. Austin Hinkson unassisted with that one. Emeralds had their first crack with the man advantage, but could not come up with the go-ahead goal. They are 0 for 2 on their Zephyr Fuel power play, but doing a good job shorthanded. Lady Killers Pest Control penalty kill is 2 apiece. We step aside here at intermission, third period coming up. It is going to be the deciding period in a 1-1 contest at the second intermission. Dan Hardenbrook, glad to have you along. It is Emeralds Hockey with M123 FM, my Manistique, on your big screen with the E.U.P. Sports Network on YouTube. The Lewis County Veteran Services Office proudly advocates for our area veterans. Local Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. For all your veteran service needs, including claims, medical information, benefit coverage, and more, contact Rick Menard in the Lewis County Veteran Services Office at 293-4890. The Lewis County Veteran Services Office, proud supporters of our community.
When winter weather hits Michigan roads, MDOT and other road agencies are out in force, working to get them cleared as soon as possible.
We are always watching the weather, and so we can anticipate what's going on, and so we can call in all the employees and have them ready to go so they can get out timely and stay ahead of the storm.
Michigan State Police reminds drivers that regardless of conditions, drivers have a responsibility to maintain control of their vehicles at all times.
The most important fact to remember about driving in adverse weather is that the handling capabilities of your vehicle are drastically reduced. Drivers must obey the basic speed law, which means they must operate their vehicle at a careful and prudent speed, taking into account the road and weather conditions at all times.
MDOT and other agencies are using new technologies to be efficient and effective when maintaining winter roads, such as gathering atmospheric data and camera images from plow trucks. Drivers can see that information through the MyDrive Travel Information website.
If they click on the website, they can go in and they actually see a map of Michigan, and the little snowplow trucks will show up on the roads right where they're actually at the time. And we also have cameras in there so the public will be able to see what the drivers are actually seeing.
Safe winter driving starts with gathering weather and road condition information, but also with making sure your vehicle is ready for winter conditions.
Make sure your vehicle is properly maintained and you equip your vehicle with tires that are in good condition, has the appropriate tread depth, and inflated to the recommended tire pressure. Before you go, remove the ice and snow. Clean all your windows, all your lights, and your license plate. This will not only assist you in being able to see clearly out all windows, but will also prevent snow from blowing off your vehicle and obscuring the vision of other drivers.
When out on the road, be sure to give snowplows plenty of room. They are traveling slower than the speed limit, but that helps keep any salt or sand they are distributing on the road and reduces the cloud of snow kicked up behind them.
But our plow drivers, there's a lot of snow being thrown around, visibility is low, and people need to give them the room to do their job. Plus, out in front of the truck is where the road's in worse condition. Behind the truck, it's in better condition, so it's usually better to stay behind the truck if at all possible.
Snowplows are now using flashing green lights in addition to flashing amber, which studies have shown are more visible in inclement weather. Drivers must also remember Michigan's Move Over law, which requires them to move over into an open lane when encountering a stationary emergency vehicle, such as police, fire, ambulance, or tow truck, or slow down and pass with caution.
The law not only helps keep emergency responders safe, but also helps prevent passing motorists from becoming involved in a secondary crash.
Safety is the top priority for all road maintenance agencies, and crews are committed to getting roads clear of ice and snow as soon as possible.
Plow operators absolutely care about the roads. Their families are out there, their friends are out there, their co-workers, and it's their jobs. So in the end, they want to do their jobs and make the roads as safe as possible.
But no matter what the roads look like when you head out, it's up to you to make sure you get where you're going safely. Avoid distractions, turn on your headlights, and leave extra space between you and the vehicle ahead.
If you must travel during inclement weather, make sure you plan your route ahead of time. Check the weather and road conditions before leaving and allow yourself plenty of time to travel. The Michigan State Police and the Michigan Department of Transportation urges you to make safe driving a priority this winter season.
Just like our area sports programs, the team at French Trucking knows a thing or two about going the extra mile to get the job done. French Trucking in Newberry has been a longtime supporter of local kids and the community, cheering them on every step of the journey. They know that championship teams need a championship effort, so French Trucking reminds you that when things get tough, just keep on trucking. From our team to yours, French Trucking wishes area athletes a safe and successful season, and best of luck to the area teams taking the ice. French Trucking, Newberry, Michigan.
All right, back with you inside the Hanover Ice and Turf Complex, third period, ready to go. And a pretty evenly matched hockey game, 1-1 outside of that shots on goal discrepancy, 28-14. Eskimos out shooting the Emeralds through the first two periods of play. A lot of life down in the bench area as they came out of the locker room. Zach scurrying up. He's got the pulse of the rink during intermission.
We just had rave reviews.
We did?
On us talking about the difference between the McEvers brothers.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Shout out to...
I'm going to probably... Well, one's a doctor and one's a lawyer. I'll probably use both of them before my time on Earth is over.
Shout out to Jack if he's listening. We haven't had many shout-outs this year.
Better give one to the wife.
Oh, yeah, of course, Heather and Ollie. I don't know if they got it up on the...
Oh, they're watching.
The big TV at home.
Oh, yeah. Young Mr. Klickner cannot be happy missing a game.
You know, he doesn't get too far from Mom. Mom couldn't make it. So that's how that went down.
The big winner's Dan, who got picked up in Manistique.
Dial a ride.
Underway here. Carter brings it in for the Eskimos. Centering pass, Noble. Made a couple of big ones late in the period. Rebound shot there. The captain, senior, number 4, Brett Labor with the shot there. Apologize if there's any Eskimo fans and I'm butchering the names. That's what Jack's for. I'm no Jack Hall. Dietzman left side. Circles in front, had Audie and just rocketed it. And it comes out of the zone. Carson will play it back in. Deep in, change coming Emeralds as Dietzman keeps the pressure on the puck. Manistique will meet the attack. And shot, save. Noble brings it back to him on a blast by Owen Labonte. Team Chevrolet, thought about this again, is the official game puck sponsor of the Emeralds. Big thank you to them. Work it around here, back out. Does clear the zone, batted right back in. Neither team seems too keen on possessing it right now. Just looking to maybe sneak one into the zone. And here comes Skeens. He'll split them right down the middle, taken away.
You talked earlier, Dan, about how much Skeens is due. Boy, what a time it would be right now.
Eskimos bring it back in behind the net. They'll retreat here. Down to 15 minutes to play in a tie game. Levine sends it in. Escanaba trying to cherry pick one off the bench there. Graham Johnson came off the bench and called for it. Pinned along the boards here. Now sent up. Blake Walther, who's playing back here. I think because they were caught up in the far end. Eskimos center it. Room in the middle. Noble comes out to play it. Walther there. There's a tangle up. Shot. Blocked in front. Rebound wide. Plenty of pressure here from Escanaba. McEvers got flattened from behind. They'll play it off the boards. Johnson holds it in. Deflected out. Audie, the chase. Meets Carter, who chops it back into the zone. Carson will turn it around. Double teamed and Dietzman. Eskimos play back. They're trying to set up an attack. Here's Carson Hinkson. Hinkson shot ice level. Saved by Hayes. Turnover. Walther turns it around. Shot blocked. Gets it back in the circle. He wanted to come back to the point. Hinkson turns. Nobody there. Now Walther again. Middle of the circles. Blocked again. Can't get it through the traffic as we come up on 13 and 15 to play. Back the other way and deflected. Up and out of play by Carson Hinkson on the shot by Cale Carter, the junior, Escanaba, their goal scorer, back in the final minutes of period number 1.
I would be willing to bet, Dan, that 10 of those shots on goal for Escanaba are him.
Easy. He has been the attacker.
He's been good tonight.
Yep. I'm also starting to think we'd have close to a shot on goal advantage if they counted the blocks, if they got through. Oh. Rahali fighting out. McEvers. Play it around. Emeralds are going more, let's start wide and send it up the ice, kind of like they did in the first. Skeens trying to dig it out of the skates. Again, 4 guys in one spot. Tough battle. Eskimos can't find it at center ice. They just got to give up on the play and go for a change. Rahali brings it out, moves it forward. Didn't get all of it. Shot. Noble drops on top of it. Eskimos couldn't get to the screen there.
I'll have to give the defensive assist to our referee. That one got tangled up in his skates here, Dan. And normally we're not getting much help from them guys.
No.
So we'll take her.
That's a puck that gets kicked in. Eskimos hold the zone. Shot blocked. Austin Hinkson, both teams, a ton of block shots tonight. Eskimos working 3 around the top. Blocked again, this time by Dietzman, but taken away. Dietzman with a hit in the corner. Eskimos wanted in front. Hinkson drops down. That pass has been taken away most of the night. Shot here, blocked again. It's Audie this time. Dietzman. Oh, they're going back and forth. Referee's point. We got a call from icing. And now they let him go there. Both guys with a shot along the boards. Gave him the stern. Gave him one of these.
I've been on the receiving end of a couple of them, Dan, from various people.
Index fingers, not as bad as it always could be. Played out, cleared out. Rahali, Berger, Hinkson with Levine and Walther. Still see, even at the midway point in the season, we're mixing and matching groups. Oh, in front, nobody there for the Eskimos. Berger sends it out. Here's Walther. Walther comes in. Him and Berger 2-on-2 into the zone.
Oh, goal!
Got it! Oh, it's just one you talked about earlier. Just fire it in.
Yeah.
Blake Walther and company lead the charge. Great play out of the zone, and you don't think anything's coming, and in a blink of an eye, the Emeralds are back on top. I will be honest, I didn't see it.
He shot that from the top of Coley's right face-off circle, and I don't think Coley ever thought there was a shot coming there. Never had the glove up, and Walter gets him glove side, top shelf.
So the Emeralds back on top 2-1. I think they got that backwards.
Walter was definitely the goal scorer.
They said Skeens to Walter.
That might be right, Dan.
Or no, they sorry. It should be Skeens to Walter. They had Walter to Skeens.
Okay. Walter, here comes Skeens.
Cameron 2-on-1 with Gavin. Shot. Almost got it. Deflected up. Just barely caught a piece of it.
Wrong net.
Did Hayes.
Draw one by the Emeralds and cycled around by Rahali.
They're working it here. Good hold at the blue line. Emeralds in control as we close in on the final 10 minutes to play. They led it early. They have gotten the lead back. Trying to defeat the Eskimos for the first time. Here in year 3. And this is the type of win, boy, that can strap a rocket to your back. That one's going to be sent in.
Dietzman had a stick grabbed out of his hands, pulled one off the bench, and here comes Escanaba. Shot.
Fire.
Kicked aside by Noble. Oh, big trip on Rahali, and they're going to call it. We're going to have a power play here, Dano.
Big one coming here. Eskimos will hold, and the frustration starting to show for the home team. Zephyr Fuel power play coming up here. You were all over that one.
Owen Labonte, the guilty party.
Power play 0 for 2, but if they can break through here, boy, that would be a big one. There's 9:06 to play. 2 minutes on the Zephyr Fuel power play. Emeralds win the draw. Hinkson, and one of those loose rebounds sitting there up for grabs and covered up by Coley Hayes. Back again, Hinkson. This time looks, sends it in, top of the circle. Kick to the back wall, played perfectly. Centered in front, Dietzman, shot. Had to steer it wide. Emeralds still hold. Already looks like their best of the 3 power plays. Hinkson makes a move, opens up some room, sends it back, Dietzman, top circle, almost deflected. They had the screener in front, back all the way across center ice to Hinkson. Carson will move it up to Audie. Audie, board pass. Comes through. That one easy stick save to the corner. 1:15 to go. Nutkins holds. Works it down. They'll get it to the far corner. I can't see anymore.
I can see colors. That's about it, Dan.
Off the sidewall and trapped. Nutkins. Hinkson battling down there. Words exchanged with Nolan Bink. Mentioned all these sophomores. That's a group that's on that their banner right there. Escanaba kind of took the torch at the 14U level with this group from the French Trucking State Savings Bank Championship era teams. And I believe it was last year they won the U.Ps at the 10, the 12, and the 14U squad. That's a pretty good group.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good run for a program in a year.
And, I mean,
so they're kind of a couple of years behind where we were at.
I mean, you got to remember, too, them 14U state championship teams, whether they were state runner-ups or state champs, I think 2 out of the 3 played Escanaba and districts for championship.
They did.
So it's they weren't far off them years, I don't think.
I remember when these two groups met at that U.P. in Negaunee. What an intense game that was. to go down to Cadillac, where we eventually won the state championship that was almost taken away.
Yeah, State Savings Bank years.
Yep. Zephyr Fuel power play does expire. Emeralds protecting a 1-goal lead, 2-1, 7 minutes to play. Berger. Levine, I don't think we need to change our approach down the stretch here. Oh, Walther, great move. Needed a little bit more on it to the far post. What a period for Blake Walther. Oh, and then he takes a shot, getting blindsided back to the bench.
Absolutely no different than the hit Carson was called for roughing.
Well, Carson's was on the play, too.
Yeah, Carson's was on the puck.
Oh, Rahali ends up about 3 feet in the air. Down the stretch here.
This is where we got to stay in check a little bit, though, Dan.
Hold the composure.
We can't start retaliating on some of this stuff.
Yep. You know, Escanaba is going to panic more as it goes on. Nothing there. Nutkins gets it back blocked. Is that?
Bosonic.
Yeah, had a great look. Whistle. Net off.
I think he already wants that one back, Dan. Boy, that was a good look.
Yep. Shot advantage has closed.
Yeah, we are.
A little bit.
We closed her down 2 shots. One of them a big one.
Dietzman, corner. Works its way out. Whistle here comes with 5:35 to go. Draw one all the way back, no problem there. McEvers after it. Can't make any mistakes either.
That was a heads-up play by McEvers there.
Oh, what a move, and Hinkson deflected over the top.
McEvers kind of retreating with the puck there. 9 times out of 10, you cycle that back across to your other defenseman. He must have felt the pressure there. Escanaba was trying to jump that pass. Must have learned that from Jack.
This one brought out. Bank will bring it in. He'll look. Broken up. You know, they're looking to score here. They got Carter and Johnson out there as well. This one sent out. Down in the corner. Eskimos will work it around. Under 5 to play. 2-1. Emeralds on top. Can they hang on? I know everybody here for the home team, as Noble makes a blocker save, would say this isn't the Escanaba of old, but a win is a win in this rivalry, and it would mean so much to these Emeralds players in this program.
Especially this group of seniors, Dan. You know, they came over here and played as freshmen, sophomore, took their lumps.
Shot right off the mask. Hayes is having a hard time seeing the puck here in this period.
I don't think he had a hard time seeing that one, Dano. That one was right off the chin, it looked like.
3:56. Dietzman to take the draw with Walther and Austin Hinkson comes back to the point. Carson fires in, deflection just wide. They'll circle to that back corner. Eskimos will play it out. Bring it across. Shot deflected. Comes out too far for the Eskimos. Lucky bounce for the Emeralds who clear it out, and they have room. Here's Dietzman. Dietzman left side. Tripped up. They'll let him play on down to the corner. Eskimos clear the zone below us. Dietzman got up, chased that down, took it away, and you can see Labonte just chop his stick at the ice, frustrated. Dietzman caught him and did a half lap around the ice. Oh, Skeens takes a shot as Keegan Braun comes off the bench.
And while you're away there, Dan, Dietzman chased that down on the second dump in.
Yeah. Played out. Here's Johnson. You know he's not going to leave the ice. Oh, big shot there. Eskimos trying to intimidate their way to an equalizer. All the way in. Hayes has to cover it up because Cameron Skeens is right there again. And with 2:40 to play, offensive end faceoff. No whistle yet. I'm anticipating a timeout soon.
There it is.
Yep. Saw the referee look back, and he was kind of asking, we get a timeout here. 2:40 to go. See some of the Emeralds gather there. Alex Noble. Another 30-plus save night for him. He took a lot of the criticism with those early struggles, and a lot of it he put on himself. You got to give Alex credit. He's been a big part in this turnaround. Wasn't going to let a sophomore steal a spotlight tonight. Ben Rahal, is he on the old whiteboard?
He is.
Zach's got a overlooking window right on the bench. He could probably see the play or the strategy. 2:40 to go.
I gotta believe, Dan, the next offensive zone draw for Escanaba, Coley's coming.
Is that what they're discussing down there then? Are they prepping for the extra attacker?
I think that was a lot of it.
Hinkson, Rahali, Nutkins, Skeens, Levine.
You know, to be completely honest, Dan, I think what was going on down there is they were drawing up the old Wayne Larrivee dagger.
Oh, I like it. Oh, Johnson cherry picked him wide. Good job. Hinkson got back just far enough to kind of disrupt the backswing. Johnson tried to sneak behind the defense and did. Flying back. Hayes, arm on the crossbar. Waits for the signal. Rebound, save, score. Rahali tried to dive. Graham Johnson from Carter, who fired the first shot. And as you said, Cale Carter's been the guy anchoring this offense. Johnson on the rebound. Role reversal of a couple years ago where it's the Eskimos battling back late. Throw out. All the playbooks there. It's now 2-1 or 2-2. Back the other way. And now you got to focus on trying to get back. Your whole mindset's got to change and go back to being the aggressor here. Walther in. 1:53 to play as the Emeralds push it down. They sent everybody at the net. They get the rebound and the goal. And now the Eskimos, as that one goes off, a stanchion. Hinkson takes it away. Broken up, pushed into the zone. Stolen. Hinkson tries to make a move. Takes it to the corner. Reversed out. Johnson. Bodied off the puck. Skeens lets him have it. Oh, slow to get up is Owen Labonte. That's a bone-crunching hit of the game right there. Rahali bounces it in.
We got delayed penalty coming
On the
us.
Emeralds. Escanaba is trying to set up an attack here. They're going to get it all the way through. Good play by Skeens. Rahali rips it up into the net. Well, the penalty kill has been our saving grace. Now they're going to have to hold off. 46.3 to go. And with 2:20 left in the first and then 2:20 left in the third, they find a way. Big Lady Killers Pest Control penalty kill here. Man advantage. Eskimos. Back wall. They'll play it back here. Cycle it around. Quick pass. Bink scores it. Carter with the screen. Ben Sands gives a little show to the Emerald bench. Power play goal for the Eskimos. And in a matter of minutes, Escanaba has completely turned this thing upside down. Ben Rahali says, no, we're not using our timeout. At least not yet. He believes. Emeralds win the draw. 35 seconds left. Skeens broken up. Nutkins, back wall, caught the side of the net. In front, taken away, cleared out. The Emeralds will get one more crack. Rahali with 15 brings them back the other way. Bouncing puck, Hinkson, and Noble's out. Empty netter, dagger. Graham Johnson. And they celebrate in front of the students right next to the Emerald bench. Referees say, let's go, get back. What on earth has happened in the last 3 minutes? It's just an avalanche of everything that could go against you. At that timeout, it looked like the Emeralds had the world in their hands. 3 goals in the last 2.5 minutes. Tie, go ahead, empty netter, and they'll skate it off. And the Emeralds will have to come back and try it again at home later this season. More heartbreak for the Emeralds in Escanaba. Final score 4-2. This is a tough pill to swallow. We will be back post-game here on M123 FM.
January is National Volunteer Blood Donor Month. Hospitals across the U.P. have an urgent need for blood donations as demand continues to outpace blood supplies. So why should you give blood? Donating blood can save lives. Blood transfusions are crucial in various medical treatments, surgeries, and emergency situations. Donating, you actively support your community's health and well-being. Your donation may directly impact the lives of friends, family members, or neighbors. Regular blood donation can reduce the risk of certain health issues, such as cardiovascular diseases, by promoting the production of new blood cells. The Upper Peninsula Regional Blood Center is the sole provider of blood and plasma to 13 hospitals across the UP, including Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. If you're interested in donating, call 1-800-491-4483 or visit hnjh.org for more information.
Just like our area sports programs, the team at French Trucking knows a thing or two about going the extra mile to get the job done. French Trucking in Newberry has been a longtime supporter of local kids and the community, cheering them on every step of the journey. They know that championship teams need a championship effort, so French Trucking reminds you that when things get tough, just keep on trucking. From our team to yours, French Trucking wishes area athletes a safe and successful season, and best of luck to the area teams taking the ice. French Trucking, Newberry, Michigan.
Well, for 49 minutes, the Emeralds were in control of this hockey game, even despite the lopsided show of shots on goal. You just felt like watching this game. The Emeralds were doing everything they had to do to take home this victory. And right when it looked like they were ready to wrap it up and put a bow on it, the Eskimos come out of nowhere with 3 goals in the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and they win this contest by a final score of 4-2. They tied it up on the power play. Or no, was that the go-ahead? They tied it up with the man advantage. They had a power play. Yep, power play go-ahead. And then an empty netter in the final seconds to drive home this victory. 4-2 is your final. And, I don't know. That's not one of them that you can.
There isn't much to say.
Don't really want to talk about it. I know the kids don't want to talk about it, but they will gather and regroup at some point. Let's look ahead instead of dwelling on what we can't change there down the stretch. This team has played good hockey, and they played well enough to win tonight. And this has got to be a rallying point and kind of a fuel to the fire. Just like a win kind of would have launched you into the second half of the season, this can serve as fire in the belly to get you going. And it'll be a big weekend and a big chance to turn it around for the Emeralds as they take on 2 very good teams downstate this weekend.
Yeah, our Friday game is against Mona Shores. We talked a little bit about our contest with them in the Sioux earlier on the broadcast. Kind of like Dan said, the eye-opening game around the state. A game probably not a lot of people had us even being in. And we took them to overtime, and instead of overtime, we went straight to a shootout. I didn't understand that at the time. I'm a firm believer that we'd have won that game in overtime. However, we play them again, 7:30 p.m. on Friday.
All right.
At Lakeshore Sports Center in Muskegon. And then Saturday, we make the short trip on over to Grand Rapids for a 12:30 game with another familiar foe from last year, Grand Rapids Christian.
That's right. Should be a fun weekend down there. Hope that you can join us both games on 123 FM and My Manistique on Facebook, in the E.U.P Sports Network on YouTube. Final shots on goal for this one as I look at my ticker here. Manistique ends with 23 shots on goal, 39. And I mean, everything just flipped the script. We had it down to an 8-shot deficit, and they end up outshooting us by 16. Part of that flurry, Escanaba just throwing everything they had at Alex Noble, who made 35 saves tonight, and a great one. Goals in the first period from Austin Hinkson. It was unassisted. That made it 1-0. Held up until late in the first. Tied going to the second. No scoring. We were 1 apiece in the third. Blake Walter broke through with a great shot. Emeralds were on top 2-1. And then in the final minutes, 3 straight for the Eskimos. Zephyrfield power play, empty-handed 0 for 3. Lady Killers Pest Control penalty kill finishes 2 for 3 on the night tonight. And we wrap it up here from Escanaba. Talk to you from Muskegon and Grand Rapids this weekend. It's M123 FM and My Manistique on Facebook, the E.U.P Sports Network on YouTube.